I was just getting ready to go to bed, and I get a notification on my phone, and this is what I see. The Aglaia VA situation is crazy. How many times are we gonna go through this? How many times? How many videos do we have to make talking about the Hoyo community canceling these voice actors for no reason? This is like the what, sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth, 10th time? Y'all trying to cancel a VA for what? Oh man, I can't wait for this. Now, when it comes to, VA situations, I always make videos talking about it. Like I always actually make a video talking about it myself. But since St. Tone has already dropped the video, we might as well react to it. Let's see what's going on here, man. Golly, this community is out of control.
And gentlemen, it's time for us to have another discussion. It's becoming more and more clear that the Hoyoverse community is reaching a boiling point when it comes to being absolutely insane and absolutely irrational. What you're seeing on my screen over here is likely a topical area that many individuals aren't actually very comfortable talking about. But I'm just going to make a disclaimer up front. I'm not going to be talking about politics in here. I'm not even going to be mentioning names in here.
Okay, so this is about politics. All right. So I'm assuming that they're going after this VA because of politics. Now, let me go ahead and say this right now. If this VA, if they're posting stuff on Twitter that's very controversial, when it comes to politics, then I can understand. Okay, I can understand why some people are going after, some people are not happy, which is understandable, right? But if she is not posting anything on her Twitter page when it comes to politics, right? She's not posting anything at all. And it's probably just her because I just saw it right now. She's just following someone. If it's just her following somebody that a lot of people don't like, then that is no reason for you to go after this VA because you don't even know why she's following that person. You don't even know why. She could be following that person because of, I don't know, she's trying to get some news. She's trying to see what's going on. She's trying to see what this person is saying. Like, you have no idea why that person is following her. I mean, why she's following that person. Let's see what's going on, man.
Taking the lens that I think is the right lens to be examining in this situation of another Hoyoverse VA getting canceled. So let's get some context over here. So we got the Augusta Wuwa daily account, I think, posting this over here. Why do Hoyo players just...
Okay, so I was right. Like, as soon as I saw this, I read through it and I was like, okay, so she's following somebody and that's why they're getting mad. Bro, what the fuck? Let's read this though. Instead of harassing Skirk's VA over nothing, let's shift our attention to Aglaia's English VA, who literally follows. Is your game that dead to the point where you have to go on Twitter to find something to get mad about? Like, this is the definition of someone going on Twitter, going on social media to find something to get mad about. And what's even more disgusting is that the fact that they're not even trying to stop attacking VAs for no reason. This person is advocating for people to cancel VAs even more. They're literally trying to push this behavior. They're supporting people to attack VAs over foolishness.
Find reasons to harass VAs of their own favorite game. And of course, right, this is the post that it's referencing to. C6R5 Kira, more like C6R5 loser. Let's keep reading. Instead of harassing Skirk's VA over nothing, let's shift our attention to Aglaia's English VA, who literally follows Prime Minister of a country, right? Again, like I said, this isn't going to get political. Just pretend the name isn't necessarily there. She also follows the President of the United States and the owner of Twitter. This post has a lot of upvotes. But one thing that you'll see as you're going through all the replies in this thread is something pretty simple. That's all it is. This individual is simply following.
So they're trying to cancel someone because she's following an individual that a lot of people don't like. Using that logic, right? If you're going to try to cancel someone because they follow somebody, then nobody is safe. Everybody should be canceled. If you, okay, let's say you have a friend who committed a crime. And let's say you follow this person on social media. Should you get canceled for following that person? You see what I'm saying? Like, it's so stupid. Like, you have no idea why she's following this person. There's just nothing. You see how these people are just speaking based off of pure speculation? They are so fucking bored that they're spending all their time on Twitter speculating, oh, why is she following this person? Why is she following the prime minister? Oh, we should cancel her. Yeah. Let's cancel her. Bro, go lose your 50-50 and go to sleep, man. Goodness gracious.
Related to any of the topical areas that are naturally being hurled around as accusations over here. Fellas, what's clear over here is that Aglaya's VA is just a professional, right? Posting about their work on Twitter, doing all of that. You want to know what else you do on Twitter? Twitter's also a place, especially in the big 2025, where you get news on what's going on in the world. There's a reason why Elon Musk bought the platform, because it essentially became a news platform over time. And how else do you get the news on certain situations, or how do you get it first unless you're following the situation? And when you look and see that it's just prominent figures of the world that are getting followed over here, and absolutely no evidence at all that there's any support of like different policies or different supports or whatever, what conclusion are we jumping to right now?
Hey, I know where we can get evidence from. We have one person over here. Yeah, we got one person over here. You guys are mostly seeing furry stuff, but hey, look, right? We got evidence here, guys. We got evidence here. Why y'all not going after this person? And I'm not advocating for people to cancel people, but like I'm just trying to show you guys what's really going on here. You guys are going after a VA for simply following somebody, and in their Twitter page, all they have is just video games, shows. You saw Dragon Ball Diamond there. It's pretty clear that this person doesn't give a flying fuck when it comes to politics, bro. They're just following that person. That's it. Meanwhile, you have somebody over here where their entire page is just furries and politics, and you guys just divert attention from that. You guys just exclude this person. Make it make sense.
This person is just going ahead, looking at the follow list of a bunch of different VAs, and then creating reasons to go harass and cancel people. Because this is the thing. You don't know why Aglaya's English VA is following these people. Are they following because they're in support? Maybe. Are they following just because they want news? Maybe. Do you know enough to make a conclusion that you should go shift your attention to somebody and then start trying to ruin their career? No, that's not enough. And this is my take on the community right now.
It's literally like a cult. It's like they came together and they came to a decision. They said, all right, who is the next VA we're going to cancel? It's literally cult behavior. That's what I'm getting from this situation. It's like they all came together and said, all right, we're going to go after this VA and we're just going to create something. We're just going to find something to get mad about. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. It didn't work for Skirk's VA. We're going to try again with this other VA. Get a damn life. And how much you guys want to bet it's a bunch of kids? Because whenever I check their Twitter page, it's always 15-year-olds, 16-year-olds, 17-year-olds. It's always teenagers doing this, bro. Little kids acting like this. Mommy got to take their phones away, bro. It's time for bedtime.
And I've actually had to have some conversations with my chat prior to this video. If following somebody is the same as an endorsement in your eyes, you probably have a disability. If you're going ahead and you're saying the simple act of following somebody means that you support every single thing that they're saying, you support every single thing that they're into, get therapy. Say for the future.
If we cancel people based off of who they follow, I promise y'all, every person on this planet will be canceled, bro. Let's be real. Every single person on this planet will be canceled if we are gonna go after someone based off of who they follow. That's not how things work, man. That is not how things work. Somebody needs to revoke the cancel card from the Hoyo community because they are overusing it. They don't know how to use it. They just find anybody to cancel. And what's even worse is it's like a herd mentality. They see one idiot on Twitter post some bullshit and they're like, oh, let's just follow what this person says.
Future over here. So while I was on the topic
they can't think for
telling
themselves.
individuals to seek therapy or get some help, here's a prime example of it. You've already seen my explanation regarding the situation, but somebody's got ahead, just decided to take a screenshot of the stream and then just call me one of these. And let's just be entirely real here. That's not even close to anything that we've covered the prior day. So, yeah, here's just another live example for all of you. Who could have thought? Always the Hoyo community, isn't it? And here's another example, ladies and gentlemen. Save for the future again. We've got.
What's this bullshit here? You're telling me a Kurobot, Tencent is investing in Israel, is also defending a glazed VA. Their game is so dead. The HP inflation is so bad in HSR to the point where these niggas are going on Twitter talking about politics now. We are now going after people based off of politics, based off of assumptions. You literally took a screenshot. Like, I'm so tired of this community, man. I really am. Like, when it comes to the Hoyo community, it is infinite content. But it is so tiring talking about these people because, my goodness, there's always something up with these deranged morons who just spend their time on Twitter just like, bro, maidenless, no sunlight, no grass. I bet they've never seen a female in their entire life. I bet they've never seen ass in their entire life. It's giving bitchless behavior. Maidenless behavior. That's what it's giving. Maidenless behavior.
The daily rare rear account from Gensino Impacto saying that Tencent is actually the one behind everything that I'm saying right now. I'm actually a shadow covert operative, and I'm Tencent's mouthpiece in the West. I guess that's the new narrative, and they sent me on a mission to go defend a Glass VA.
Bro made his own headcanon, bro. Bro made his own story in his head. Like, they're so mentally ill. This nigga just made a whole story. Like, he's literally just like made something that's just not real in his head. Bro made his own, like, I don't even know, man. What is going on with these people, bro? Like, it's like at this point, the Hoyo community is like a safe haven for idiots. It's a safe haven for these people. It's like a filter. If you are part of the Hoyo community and you are these type of people, bro, man, you're cooked.
Brother, these guys are so mentally ill. It's crazy. And if you're at the point where you're going ahead and you're deciding to jump on a bandwagon, because there's 11K people on this bandwagon, off of like, this is just, you don't even know any of the context over here, and there's nothing on her page that would list anything. You're in the mindset of ruining somebody's career or trying to ruin somebody's life when you don't even know what they're doing and why. Because guess what, guys? What are the chances that I could look at, I'm scared of...
They got porn on their page. It's either they have porn, furry porn, lesbian porn, or they have some politics. They have politics in their page, and that's why these people are hypocrites. You're saying you're trying to cancel someone because they follow someone, but how much you want to bet if we look at who you follow, you can get canceled immediately if that's the logic you're using. If that's how you're gonna, if that's the reason behind you canceling people, you are no different. But how much you guys want to get? How much you guys want to bet this stupid ass person over here? If he clicks on their Twitter page, it's just gonna be straight porn. Watch, it's gonna be porn.
Opening this profile. You know what? I'm gonna open it in a new. I'm gonna go double check this tab real fast. Sorry, I'm gonna go double check this tab real fast because I feel like this person's gonna post some disease shit. Let me just look over here.
Porn.
Give me 1 second. Sorry for showing the better game.
Just wait for it.
Oh, I wish I did it now. I wish I did it now. Oh dear. Yeah. Nope. This is the wrong one to look at. Oh nope. That's the wrong one to look at. It's all porn.
There it is. What did I tell y'all? What did I tell y'all? I told y'all, bro. Like, make it make sense. Make it make sense. Holier than thou. This is no different from the Contrella situation. You guys remember the Contrella situation where, like, it was a bunch of idiots crying about Contrella eating a cherry. Ugh. you guys are sexualizing these characters way too much. When you take a look at their Twitter page, what are they doing? Sexualizing male characters. And it was mostly the people who are sexualizing male characters on their Twitter page. They were the ones who were complaining about Contarella, saying, "Oh, you guys are you guys keep sexualizing female characters. This is misogyny." But when I take a look at your Twitter page, all I see is men getting, you know what I'm saying, like just crazy stuff on their Twitter page. You sexualizing men, but you want to sit here and complain about a girl eating a cherry. Goodness gracious, man.
It's all porn. Okay, yeah, we won't look at that one. Chances are you could look at any tweet made by somebody on your follow list, right? And there's likely going to be a controversial figure there. There's likely going to be somebody, right, that's following a PewDiePie, following a Destiny, following.
This is equivalent to like group chats. You guys know those memes where like, oh, if the group chat gets leaked, we're all going to jail. It's equivalent to that, man. Like, bro, we all follow controversial people. We all follow people that some people don't like. But no one gives a fuck about that, bro. Because sometimes we have our own reasons to follow these people. We all have our own reasons. I could be following someone so I can see what dumb shit they're gonna say, right? I'm like, damn, I want to be up to date to see what this stupid person's gonna say, right? Or I might be following this person to get updates, right? I might not like the person, but I like the content they make. I like how they make their videos, right? I like what they upload on YouTube, on Twitter, whatever. We all have our own reasons to follow these people. So to jump to the conclusion that she's in full support, right? She's in full support of these people. When you have no evidence to prove that whatsoever, all you have is, oh, she's following this person. You are an idiot. You are an idiot. You need to go touch grass. You need to get off the fucking game, and someone needs to take your phone. These parents need to take these kids, they need to take their phone.
Hassan, following, for some people, a tech tone. Does that mean that everybody who's following any of those figures supports every single thing that those people have said or that those people have done? If I'm working at McDonald's and I follow Burger King, does that mean that I'm betraying McDonald's? That I'm trying to sabotage McDonald's? Or am I trying to follow Burger King as a McDonald's manager because I want to stay up to date on their marketing, get some intel on them, stay up to date on the new deals that they have so I can come up with my own competing ones?
Yeah.
You don't know why anybody is following anybody. And until they make it clear why they're following an account, it could literally be just for news. It could be for competitive intelligence. It could be for literally any reason under the sun.
And she shouldn't give them, like, she doesn't owe them an explanation. I don't understand why the Hoyo community is so entitled to people explaining stuff to them. Like, if you do something like, oh, you owe us an explanation. Or what, nigga? What you gonna do? What you gonna do about it? You gonna throw a Primo Gym at me? Like, what are you talking about? Oh, she should explain herself. No, she shouldn't. She can do whatever the fuck she wants. As long as I go under her Twitter page, her social media account, and I see that she's just, doing normal shit. Like, she's just posting anime, games, shows. Like, she's a normal human being, bros. That's all she is. She's just doing whatever on her Twitter page. Nothing serious. But once again, guys, all this energy they're directing towards this VA, Aglaya's VA. Meanwhile, D-Luke's VA, the same thing you guys are complaining about, D-Luke's VA is doing the thing that you guys don't like. You go on his Twitter page, it's nothing but politics. Why aren't you guys talking about that instead? And I'm not talking about that because they all came to an agreement. Once again, this is like a cult. They all came to an agreement that they are not going to cancel him because he aligned with their views. He aligned with their beliefs.
But following somebody does not mean that you're
cult.
endorsing them or their behavior. You want to know who I follow, guys? I follow Mr. Pokey. You want to know why I follow Mr. Pokey? It's so I can stay up to date on the next time he pushes out a retarded tweet, calling players greedy and stupid, and that power creep is their fault and not the developer's fault.
Hey, let's be real. The greedy and stupid meme, hey, you got to give Mr. Pokey credit, man. The greedy and stupid meme is goated. It's literally goated, bro. It's such a good meme.
That's why I follow him. So I have a front row seat to the next time he says dumb shit like this. You want to know who else I'm following? Ryuku Sensei. So I can catch the next time that this guy crashes out over beating his meat. I want to have a front row seat.
Oh, pause there. You wouldn't have a front row seat to see him crash out about beating his. All right, bro. What's a little sus here?
For the next set of dumb fucking things that you know this guy is going to say. That doesn't mean I support all the dumb shit he says. It doesn't mean that I think you're greedy and stupid too. It's because I'm following for news updates on these creators. There's a probability that this person is following these accounts for the same reason. And one thing you know for certain is that nobody knows enough about this full story to get to any conclusions about whether or not somebody should be canceled, about whether or not somebody should have their career ruined. Because guess what, guys?
I think what Hoyo needs to do about this, because the only way these people will stop is if Hoyoverse says something about it. So the CEO, whoever's in charge of the Genshin Impact HSR, ZZZ social media accounts, they need to make an announcement and say, hey guys, we've noticed that you guys have been attacking our voice actors for years now. So in response to your disgusting attitude, to y'all's disgusting behavior, we are not going to give you guys maintenance compensation whenever we release a new update. That's what they need to do. And I don't give a fuck if it's some people or the minority, because you guys are pretty much representing the community. You guys are putting a bad image on the community. So therefore, there are consequences. That's what I would do, man. If I was a CEO, bro, I would do that immediately, bro. I would go ahead and make an announcement, say, yo, in version 6.1, no maintenance compensation. No maintenance compensation, because it seems like these are a bunch of kids, a bunch of children that need to be disciplined.
You don't know why anybody is doing any of these things. Well, now you know why I follow Mr. Pokey. Now you know why I follow Ryuku Sensei. Following is not an endorsement. An endorsement is something that you have to make yourself. And when this community is at the point where they're making that the narrative, that following somebody is enough to endorse all of their behavior, well then guess what, guys? I hope C6R5 Kira, we can't hold them accountable just for what they say. Guys, we're gonna have to hold them accountable for all of these accounts.
Rules for thee and not for me. That's how these people operate. Rules for thee and not for me. If any of these people did something wrong, guess what? You should be canceled. Right? Since that's the logic you're using, you should be canceled. We should go after you. Everyone should attack you. Right? Nah, that doesn't apply to me though. I'm the exception to the rule. I'm the only one that can attack people. I'm the one who's above it all. Man, if you don't get your goofy ass out of here.
All of these accounts over here. And so, if you do want to take the Hoyo Show perspective, guys, if any of the 170 accounts that C6R5 Kira is following does anything bad, this person's in direct support of them. Because following is an endorsement. But maybe it's a rules for thee, not for me sort of moment over here. And that's kind of how it is for the Hoyoverse community, right? Because there's a couple of things I want to reference. They're saying, instead of harassing Skirk's VA over nothing, it's so ironic that they're talking about that. Because Skirk's VA, right, ladies and gentlemen? Why is this like fucking...
Why is this shit bugging like that? Yo, YouTube has been bugging a lot recently. Am I the only one? Especially on PC, like, it's so bad. They gotta fix YouTube.
Oh, it's because we're... Why is this like resetting? What the fuck is this? So when Skirk's VA got canceled back in the day, right?
Bro, what the hell is this thumbnail, man? Oh yeah, this is mine. I ain't gonna lie, man. Sometimes my thumbnails are funny as hell. I know I'm glazing myself, but yo, let's be real, bro. My thumbnails are funny, bro. What the hell is this? This looks like, this looks so, this looks cursed. All right, let's resume the video.
Because she promoted a crack ship between her and her IRL partner. That was nothing. But then simply following an account and never having a public endorsement, never talking about it at all. You don't know the reason why. That's suddenly a reason. And this is the thing. When you realize that this community is filled with stupid children, it becomes a lot more clear how all this stuff happened, right? You got this incident over here where you have HSR players publicly demanding the expiration.
It's like, it's just so out of control, man. And this was 1 month ago. You guys can see it says 1 month ago. Like, they're doing this every month. Every month they're like just straight up attacking people. It's either they're sending death threats to someone, they're attacking voice actors, they're doxing somebody. Like, what the hell is wrong with this community, bro?
Of Xiao Ji because Cyrene held hands with the male trailblazer. This is the same community on Twitter that's doing this. Then you have other members of the Hoyoverse community going ahead, blaming Wuthering Waves for a ZZZ VA getting canceled over a GIF. Oh wait, we already covered that. It was the ZZZ players that did that. And so now we can kind of see what's going on. These VAs have essentially become the mental punching bag of these losers. You want to know why? They're just looking for a human target.
The reason why they become the reason why they're always going after VAs is because there's nothing to do in the fucking game. This is their content. This is the in-game content for Hoyo players. This is their in-game content. Attacking anybody. That's their in-game content. We're going after anybody. We're going after VAs. We're going after CCs. We're going after people for absolutely no reason because we have nothing to do in the game. This is what zero content does to a motherfucker. And guess what, guys? If Woowa doesn't have content in version 2.8, I'm gonna start crashing out on Twitter. I'm playing. I don't even use Twitter, but yeah, this is what zero content does to someone, bro. They just lose their mind.
For the frustrations
And the thing is too, right? You guys already know how I feel when it comes to people telling others, "Hey, go play another game." When you tell somebody to go play another game, I don't have anything wrong with that. I only have an issue with that when you're using, go play another game to pretty much block criticism, constructive criticism. That's when saying playing another game is just, disingenuous and just wrong. But when it comes to Hoyo players, they don't play anything else but Hoyo games. They don't. That's why they're so mentally ill. And this doesn't go to every single Hoyo player, but I'm talking about the toxic ones, right? The fact that they don't play any other games but Hoyo games, right? When there's nothing to do in these Hoyo games, they're just sitting in front of their computer. It's like they're downloading. They're downloading it's like they're downloading some more resources on who to attack next. They're just sitting there. They're like, okay, downloading. Okay, 1 MB, 1% complete, 2% complete, 100% complete. Okay, let's go after Skirk's VA. I think that's how they operate. They're like bots. Bots constantly downloading, right? Downloading information on their next target.
Sorrows that they have in their day-to-day life. And you want to know the only human voices these individuals are hearing? It's the ones in game, because they're not talking to anybody in real life. And so, probably, all they do is just hear all of these HSR characters talking in their ears. All they hear are the fucking voice lines from the playable units. And so they're taking out their frustrations on them. Maybe this person lost 50-50 on the Aglaya banner. Who fucking knows? But at this point, it is unreal how much harassment these VAs are tanking because these mentally ill freaks can't get therapy. And now let's context switch a little bit, because we'll talk about the one time where the Wuthering Waves community canceled a VA. This is why the Wuthering Waves community canceled a VA. Because Female Rover's VA admitted in multiple apologies that an individual...
And this is why I will always say, like, even though sometimes the crew community, the Woo community piss me off, because right now, I mean, we just had our situation, the 2.7 situation, how a lot of, toxic casual players were being disingenuous because the game is lacking content right now. Even though Woo players sometimes piss me off and they're, hypocritical, at least they're not constantly going out their way doxing people, right? Doxing people, attacking VAs, sending death threats, right? When it comes to ships, you don't really see toxic ships in the Woo community, right? That's why, like, the Hoyo community will always be worse because they have a track record of attacking VAs, sending death threats to people, killing cats, divorcing or leaving their partner over Farina. You guys remember that, right? This community has a track record of pure mental illness. That's why they will always be worse no matter what.
China was doxxed because of their actions. They admitted in multiple documented apologies. That's what happened. Their actions led to somebody getting doxxed, unintentionally or not. And that's why she got fired. And that's the one incident of harassment that the Wuthering Waves community has done towards a VA. But guess what? When you got the VA themselves telling you that they're the reason why somebody got doxxed, seems pretty justified to ask that they get canned, that they get replaced. But of course, right? Anything to make the Hoyoverse community look better. If you make a new Twitter account, it auto follows Elon. No, they gotta be
All right,
no.
this video's getting way too long. I ain't gonna lie, but yeah, I already like the video here, but we already understand what's going on. We already understand what's going on here. They're trying to cancel a Glaze VA because she's following, um, you know, following individuals. That's it. She's just following people that they don't like, and therefore they're trying to gather up an army to cancel her. It's insane, man. It's absolutely insane. Like, and it's so disrespectful, the fact that she is voice acting a character in the game you like. She is voice acting a character in the game you enjoy, a game you like. She's doing you a favor. And this is how you guys repay her. This is how you guys treat her in return. I feel bad for these voice actors, man. I really do. I really do feel bad for them, because imagine working for a company, right? And you're working in a community, and this is the way you are treated every single day. They won't even hesitate to backstab you over something foolish. And like I said, man, you guys can go ahead and fill the blanks in the comment section down below. You guys know exactly why they're going after this VA. You guys know exactly why, right? Once again, they have no evidence. No evidence, nothing. They're just going after her because she's following someone. But we all know deep down inside why they're doing this. Because once again, when you look at D-Luke's VA and how they're not saying a damn thing about it, right? He gets the green light. But we're going to go after this VA because she followed these people. Fill in the blanks. Hope you guys have a good one. I'll be catch you guys on the next one. Adios.